Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody is not in the tornado watch like we are right now. We knew we were going to have bad weather, but we didn't think we were going to have tornadoes.
Hey,
So,
Mac.
Mac, how are you doing tonight? Um, uh, the It looked like it was just going to have some bad thunderstorms, and let me show y'all what it actually like about I guess about 20 minutes ago. And if you look at Milwaukee, we are to, if you're looking at this picture at Milwaukee, we're to the left, just about ready to get this main big line of thunderstorms. That's tornadoes north of us, but nothing like the weather that Yellowstone's having. Man, how would West Yellowstone is one of our favorite little towns. We've been
Yeah.
out there a couple of times, and it's just a beautiful little town. It's right on the crest of oh man, I apologize. I've got my satellite kind of under away from kind of sheltered uh, the Starlink so that I won't get
Hey,
damaged
Mary.
if we have hail or anything like that. So we might get some buffing. But West Yellowstone's a nice little town. We love the little town. It's right at the western entrance to
Yeah.
Yellowstone National Park. I'm serious. You go half a mile out of town and you're at the
I don't think it's
entrance.
that
Not
far.
even that. But
The back fence of it hooks up to the
yeah, to the park.
park.
But it's just sad that they've had so much damage at the park.
It is. And it's awful. I don't know how it's going to be
Yeah,
open this
the
year.
north end they said is completely demolished. So that means um, the roads up to the north end of the park would be almost impossible to get through. I'm not sure fishing bridge, campground, or a lot of those. They had that river. Part of the Yellowstone River runs right up underneath that bridge and through the park. So,
They said they evacuated 10,000 from the park
well,
after
yeah, after the
after the
park,
flooding.
yeah,
Yeah.
after the flooding, there's a couple on the edge, down on the other edge of the park, the north. If you're looking at it, northeast edge of the park. We were gonna go out there this year if diesel hadn't gone
Yeah.
nuts. And we even still thought about going um, next month. We're probably going to go to North Minnesota, cut over towards Glacier. We were going to go down through Yellowstone and then back down through Grand Tetons. But I'm just wondering if the Grand Tetons had road issues also, or what the deal
I
was
saw
out
I
there.
saw where they showed the Montana farms that were being swallowed up by the water. So, yeah, they probably have.
Just really really bad, and just like this area up here where we are rarely gets tornadoes.
But they had one on the ground west of here,
Yeah, they have on
headed
the
this way,
ground.
and it's already,
It's dark as night.
yeah,
And I'm
well, not
looking.
night, but
I'm looking. I'll try to get the camera here. I'm looking this way behind my camera, and it's dark. I mean, it's very, very dark. We put the screens up so we could see the weather moving in. My biggest fear and our biggest fear is we have golf ball size hail or bigger. They said they had like golf ball and orange size hail up in north of here, um, 2 or 3 days ago, where it man, it damaged every car outside. It blew, even if you
Yeah.
had siding on your house, it knocked big holes in it, knocked holes in the windows. It did all kinds of damage outside. So we've got 2,400 watts of solar on the roof. If we have any size hail at all, you're talking about completely destroying all our solar panels, and we have nowhere to go. I mean, there's no, the back of the RV is kind of under some trees, but it's not enough, I don't think.
Well,
So,
well, we've got insurance. I just don't want it to total our RV because if it totals it, we won't find another one.
no, you say, well, how can it total? Well, several years, it's been about 3 years ago at my father in law's house, they in Tennessee, they had baseball size hail and it didn't hit, but a swath of like a mile wide by 10 or 12 miles long.
I hurt my
And
feelings.
buffing again, blew all the windows, blown
Boy,
out the windows in their house on one side. It destroyed their siding on their house. It damaged the two burned roofs, just some of it caving in on it. And they had all kinds of damage. They probably,
well, to tell you how bad it was, mom and dad were standing at a door looking out this way, and she couldn't figure out how they were getting hit by hail. And they turned around and it had busted the windows out behind them, but it was so loud they didn't hear it. Busted the windows out, and the hail was hitting them all the way across the room.
now I'm
So
talking about hail this big around.
it was bad.
It was huge. If somebody had been outside, it might have killed them. So it was huge, huge hail. So that if you imagine if we had a hailstorm blow in sideways and it blow out all these, it would knock out all the windows in the RV, damage all the solar at the top. It would be bad. Only thing is the storm is coming this way. We have a house that's about 25 yards that way that somewhat protected. And we have a garage that we're parked next to on this side that might protect some of it. I just really pray we don't have any hail. But tornadoes is bad enough. Um, the one thing about up here in Wisconsin is everybody has a basement. And the house that we are real close to, we can go down into his basement.
But he has a cat. We can't
Yeah,
get our
we
dogs
can't
in
get
there.
our dogs in the basement.
So I'm staying here.
So we normally don't leave our animals. Um, it would be if we had a tornado on the ground, though, it's best to save our life anyway. Um, Both of us have grown up in Tornado Alley of Huntsville, Alabama. We were both of us live. In fact, we had just started dating when her house got hit by a tornado. Uh, all the vehicles in your front yard got damaged,
Well, no,
and tree.
our house was hit by debris. It was not hit by the tornado.
But
There
the
was actually a 2x4 came through the brick.
Yeah,
Um,
but didn't the
but
house
it
across the
destroyed.
street from you
Yeah,
got
it
destroyed?
destroyed our neighborhood. Yes, it
And
did.
they were just lucky their house didn't get torn completely up. Um, but where I used to live, on the side of town I used to live, I remember my parents were gone somewhere in Florida or something. I was staying at the house. I think I was about 17 at the time, 18. And we came under, I was in the shower. I remember this. I was in the shower when the tornado warning came up. I looked out the window and saw a tornado hitting UAH, which was at that time about quarter mile from my house, half mile from my house. I got out of the shower, got dressed, went over to the church across from next to my house, trying to get into the basement. They were locked, so I just went back home. But but at that time, it damaged houses within a half mile of me. Just totally took trees and houses everywhere. I remember we were.
That's what's coming.
Yeah, that's a bad. I don't like my. That's a bad radar you got. I don't know
Okay,
what
it's
it
a
is.
bad read.
But we were traveling through Oklahoma one time, and we actually stayed in an RV park where bad weather was moving in, and we stayed in an RV park. And I looked out, and we were fortunate to have a storm cellar within 10 feet of our RV. So we could have went in there, but the same aspect of it, a lot of storm cellars will not allow pets. And you got your dogs that they're just like
Especially Maggie.
kids.
She's so afraid of storms, it's
I mean,
pathetic.
we gave her a Benadryl tonight, and she's just about sleeping. Plus, she went swimming today at the rock quarry with about 40 other dogs out there, and they were all swimming, chasing balls and everything. So she's wore out anyway, and we gave her a Benadryl because that's what the vet said that kind of calm
Kitty
them
asked,
down.
could you guys leave and start driving the opposite direction and outrun the storm? No. It'd take too long to get everything up, and then it's moving so fast. We just have to
You
just
know,
ask
if
God to take care of us.
I mean, if it was a tornado on the ground and it was moving, actually, I dare say that we would just get the dogs, everything, and head down to the basement. And he's got a cat in the house, but the cat, I guarantee you, would go hide.
I
I
hope
mean,
so.
we would just get everybody down into the basement. But and that's what everybody up here in this area has got basements. I don't. It's not because they have a lot of storms. I think it was just because at the time basement
There comes Joe.
is the cheapest part of the house you can build. It's always been the cheapest part of the house you can build. At one time when many years ago between the law enforcement jobs, I was building houses to make extra money, and we at that time you could build a house basement $5 a square foot. So that was cheap. You can't do that anymore. It's a lot more than that now. But $5 a square foot, you had a house that's maybe 2,000 square feet on the upstairs. You put a 2,000 square foot basement in it, $10,000. That wasn't a bad investment. Now that's not finished. That's just concrete walls and ready for somebody to finish it
Hey,
downstairs.
Kitty, talking about outrunning, we did outrun a snowstorm in Champaign, Illinois. We woke up one morning and it was coming down good.
And we actually left up here early. We had been staying up here early, and we left up here early because it was supposed to get a foot of snow or something like that. So we decided to head out of here. We got as far as Champaign, and we stayed the night in Champaign, and woke up the next morning with 2 inches of snow on the ground, and it was coming down hard. And we decided to. Joe's coming in. We decided to go on with it.
No, he's going on. I think he's going to this car, other vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we
It's just
decided to.
It's just Joe. Everything's
Well,
fine.
you got your stuff in the chair where she can't get up and see you.
You want to see Joe?
She loves Joe. Maggie loves Joe. Joe's the guy that owns the house here, and Maggie absolutely loves him. Um, but we just got into, and lucky they had plowed the interstate, and we got down. Once we got an hour or two down the road, it had melted on out. But we left also Bryce Canyon.
Oh my gosh, that scared
That
me to
was
death.
June the 2nd or 3rd. We left Bryce Canyon. Maggie.
It's Joe. It's Joe. We left Bryce
in a snowstorm.
No, a blizzard.
Yeah.
We were. I didn't think we couldn't keep the windshield clean. It kept freezing on the windshield, and I was scared to death. We got off the mountain or whatever we were on.
Yeah, what Bryce is
went to 70 degrees.
Yeah, Bryce is very high elevation. So.
It was awesome.
And that's what I'm gonna tell you about Yellowstone. Yellowstone has got some very, very high elevations also, and you can have
Maggie. Shh.
You can also have any type of weather in Yellowstone. You can have hot weather down below and and cold up on top. But tornadoes, at least, we lived on the Gulf Coast where we had hurricanes where you knew about it days in advance.
Right.
You could make preparations and plans. And tornadoes didn't really hit us down there on the Gulf. I don't know why, but right within a mile of the shore, it never really hit us. We had water spouts. Well, they had water spouts that came ashore and turned into little like mini tornadoes, but they did minor damage. But you really never had anything for whatever reason. I think it was because of the wind coming off the Gulf and stuff, but we never really had any tornadoes within a mile of the shoreline.
We were
where
going
we are now, though, is just it's
we were going to
crazy.
tell you about. We've got a serial killer living in this area. I mean, it's bad.
He actually
every
lives
time
in
I
this
go,
house.
every time I go outside,
This motor
there
on.
is a little bitty animal laying by the door,
Dead.
We
someday we're going to do a video on it. Our cat.
He's a mess.
He is a serial killer. He is. He kills squirrels, chipmunk, birds. He would kill a deer if he could get around it. If he could get him down. He is just he.
It is, y'all. It's the strangest
unbelievable.
thing.
He just does not. He goes out. He's taking care of all the mice around us. Yeah, it's my thing about powering down. I need to switch over my TV here to the local channels.
Kitty, we normally check. We normally do a 10-day. The furthest out we can do is 10 days, and we usually do a 10-day check on what the weather's going to be for those 10 days before we decide where we're going to go.
We normally do not go where the bad weather is, if possible. But if you go anywhere at this time of year, from north, I'd say from Birmingham, Alabama, north, all the way up to Chicago.
They had tornadoes in Mobile.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, for the most part, you got this big like Kansas, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's bad.
I mean, bad tornadoes in this time of year, real bad.
She said you need to arrest that serial killer.
Yeah.
We can't even keep him in the RV.
We can't keep him in the RV.
He jumps out windows and sneaks out when we open the door.
Let me tell you, and I played this video on. Well, let me turn this down. Yeah, they got the little thing up in the corner where this is coming in. We're under tornado watch right now, but I played this video. And I don't think I have it. I may have it here on this thing. I'll play it again real quick.
I didn't mean to
watch it very closely because this is slow motion. Watch this. You see that? It's the screen door has, where you have that little slide in opening. So when you put your against the outside of the RV door, you have to put that where the actual handle comes through. Well, I noticed when I had that open, the cat wants out, he jumps out that little hole. And now if he wants in, he jumps in the hole. So we don't even have to open the door. If the screen door is there, I leave that little thing open. And watch this again. This is on. And that's crazy. I mean, the cat just jumps out that little hole to get out and come back in. And he's a mess. He is really a mess. And I got to be careful about leaving the screen door open when he's outside, because if he catches something, a lot of times he'll bring it inside or want to bring it inside. And the other day, for about 3 days in a row, all he did was he caught these little chipmunks, and he wouldn't kill them. He'd had them by the back of the neck, and he'd take them around, he'd drop them, and they would take off, and he'd play with them. And finally, he'd get them over there,
Yeah, we're gonna buff. It's gonna get worse because the
Our
storm's
storm's
moving
coming
closer.
in. Our dish is down where we're trying to get it where it won't get damaged if we have hail. So we are buffing. But look, we're in a tornado area tonight. We got a right now it's just tornado watch. See, tornado watch is, they re-upped it again. They just gave out tornado watch
So,
uh, to what time? 8:30 p.m.
I don't know, but when we went outside, we could tell it was gonna be one of them
Yeah,
days.
it just had that. Have you ever walked outside and humidity's high? It's real warm, winds blowing like crazy. It's got that feeling in the air like we're gonna have some
No,
bad
when we
weather.
when we went out this last time though, it was calm. The calm before the storm.
Yeah, but the trees are moving up here though, a little
Yeah,
high.
but not much.
But it just had that feeling, you know. Of course, I don't know if we had some other videos back um,
And this is
about
another hat day,
2 years
guys.
ago or three
The
years ago
humidity's too bad.
where we had a tornado warning where we were at our house in Boaz, and we went out on the front porch and you could hear the sirens going off. But unfortunately, we didn't have any place to go. I mean, the local shelter wouldn't let our animals in, and we were in a fairly old house. So, but
I told Tommy the house had been there since 1925. Wasn't no tornado going to wipe it off.
but that morning, a half mile down the road, it took down everything, and I think it just skipped. Tornado skipped in the air, but it's not something to take lightly. Tornadoes are not. Uh, we grew up in the area where they're hitting all around us, and hurricanes, so it's not something to take lightly for sure.
No.
Um, we are not taking it lightly even tonight. Joe's here. I'm sure that he would put his cat somewhere and we could take the dogs down. But that was the radar, like I said, that was about an hour ago. And all of this redness just east of Milwaukee is almost right on top of us now. And it on the TV is actually showing, it looks like it's a lot worse than uh, that radar was. I got a couple of things for sale on Marketplace, and I got somebody hitting me up there. Um, but we're gonna cut off from here because our thing is buffing too much for me, and it's looking very bad outside right now. I mean, it's almost completely dark, and it doesn't get dark around here usually till about 9:30. It's not as dark as it is right now. It's really dark outside, and I'm afraid that we're fixing to get really hit hard. And I want to probably go ahead and throw my satellite and get it up under something completely. But I'm glad you came over tonight. I hope if you
It wasn't what we
enjoy it's
planned on
not
talking
right. It
about.
wasn't what we planned on talking about, but the weather just snuck up on us pretty quick. Um, but I hope that if you enjoy this channel, and we do live streams on Wednesday, and then some Wednesdays we put out videos, but there'll be a video every Sunday at um, around 6 o'clock p.m. Hold on a second, I got a news bulletin, a weather bulletin right now. Warning: tornado watch still in effect. Uh, 7 hours 29 minutes remaining. Urgent tornado watch, and it goes down through here. So we're going to be under it for a lot of tornado watching. Another thing too, if you're going to be in the area, wherever area you're going to be in, make sure your phone is up to date on the weather in that area, because
Mine's not, and it don't notify me nothing.
yeah, this one is, but you can see that we are at that little dot over there, and that big thing mess is coming in, and it's embedded with red lightning area. So it's almost here. I'd say within 5 minutes we're fixing to get bombarded. So, but I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, hit that little thing up or down, and YouTube loves that. And we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Been a very slow road for the last year. We've been on that road.
We're at 880 right now.
Yeah, 880. So we are crying, but we are on the road to 1,000, and we really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, and also click the little bell, and we will have some more interesting content. We plan on leaving, babysitting my daughter's cat while they go to Alaska. They're flying to Alaska, but what we hope to do after around July 4th, a little after, is go towards northern Minnesota to some of some unbelievable areas out there, waterfalls and all kinds of stuff.
We went
And
through
then
Minnesota, but we never stayed.
Working our way back towards North Dakota, and as hoping and praying diesel will go down in price. It was the other day. This thing is making all kinds of creeping noises on the outside. The other day it was $5.59 a gallon up here for diesel. So that's too much.
Well, and they've told us to be prepared. It's only going higher.
And also death. We are unfortunately a death rig. We went out and bought a couple of boxes of it because people saying they can't find it.
And y'all, this may not be something you want to hear, but I heard on the news where, the baby formula's a problem. Well, now female products are a problem. What the heck?
And about baby formula, I think we said this other day. We got friends that went down to Belize on a trip. One of the friends owned a house down there, stayed 2 weeks down there, and they had no problem finding baby formula. The whole place is full of baby formula down there. Okay, we're starting to rock and roll a little bit, and this thing is starting to get real windy and move around, and I really need to put that satellite. So I'm going to let y'all go. We appreciate you coming to. We're going in and out. We love you guys. Hope you will think about subscribing to our channel, and we hope to see you later.
Bye, y'all.
Good night.